Lion Pond Beats production. This is a Lion Pond Beats production. This is a Lion Pond Beats production. This is a Lion Pond Beats production. Lion Pond Beats production. This is the Lion Pond Beats production.
What is you doing? You gotta get ready for the show. You sitting up here doing work. What is this?
I'm making money, but I'm trying to get some. Hey.
Okay, well get some in the studio so we can go ahead and get ready for the show.
One time I'm just asking.
I'll take some. Since you
some.
asked me, you want me to get some. Ooh, and this is creamy too. You know what? This is nice.
Silky.
My skin is soft. Ain't it? Yeah, get some. Get some. Now get in the game room so we can get the studio so we can get the show going.
Okay,
this is soft though. Hey, get some. Hey man, hey, come on man, bro. We gotta go ahead and get the studio, bro.
Yo, check it out though. I gotta make this shot for you so you can get your head right.
Man, if we don't have time to make the shot, we gotta
30
go ahead and
seconds,
do it.
bro.
We gotta
30 seconds,
go.
boom.
Listen, you got one already made for me so we can go ahead and get started?
Yeah, I got one right there. That's
I'm gonna test this one
that's
out for
that
you.
Captain America shot. You know what I'm saying? From Freedom of Signal 27.
Oh man, that is good. You are awesome, man. But listen, finish making the shot in the room so we can go ahead and get everything straight. Ooh, my body hot, bro. That was good. Chill. Man, we gotta get in the studio, man, and do the show, man. Why you sitting in here? You're not even halfway up. Man, give me the remote, bro. Cut this shit off using all my electricity. Got my Netflix on and everything. Cut this shit off. Man, get up. Hurry up, bro. I know you messed up, but you can be unmessed up. Damn, bro. You ain't got nothing to say. Shit. Where David at? Oh.
That's that dedication. 2022, I'm on their neck like a tattoo. Hit them with that King Low. What you wanna do?
Well, listen, man, we gotta get ready for the show, and you're using the equipment to rap songs, man. Let's get the thing going.
We are not the same, cause we are not the same.
Bro.
Too much traffic, I built my own lane.
Listen, so you just gonna respond to me when your rap, you know what?
Raul is my spirit, you gonna know my name.
Listen, just get ready for the show, man.
All right.
Now, where's Claudine at? Everybody got... Why are you coming down the steps, Claudine?
I'm coming. You know I can't rock out with my crotch out, man. I had to get my clothes on.
Well, I'm glad you put some clothes on so nobody see that crotch now behind that guitar.
Coming, man.
We gotta get ready to get in the guitar, man. Come on, man. Y'all gotta get ready for the show. Ain't nobody ready for the show, man. We gotta get... Oh.
Calm
Come on,
down.
man. Everybody ready, man. Chip don't want to get up and Ed making stuff.
She said she coming. Oh, we gonna have an orgasm on the show.
Ain't nobody making
Like being half ass without no ass cheeks.
I wanna see that magic.
Now listen, man, everybody that said what they do, ain't nobody said what I do. But listen, I am the last Leroy, and we are Jacksonville's #1 live comedy podcast. We are Signal 27.
The best live stream in the city.
The Signal 27 Show.
What's going on, y'all? This is the Signal 27 show. We are back this week. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you are in the chat, we can't see that shit right now because we having technical difficulties when it comes to that motherfucker. But we will have the chat next time when we back on the air. And as of right now, this pussy ass fly is really getting on my fucking nerves, bro.
God damn.
I done fucking around and shook the goddamn screen and every goddamn thing. Yo, I was about to pluck the fuck. Hey, listen.
So Leroy,
Hold
if
on,
they
wait a minute.
what?
I had to get the
Well, if they got sun-dried tomato, does that mean fly sperm might be on it?
There's a possibility. There's a possibility that you can have fly sperm on sun-dried tomatoes.
That's what I'm saying.
Unless the tomatoes were sun-dried in like what do you call, like a screened-in fence or screened-in thing where insects can't get in.
You don't think a fly could shoot off through the screen?
I don't think flies masturbate, bro.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
But this one here is getting on my goddamn nerve.
One on the show did.
Yeah. Yo. In the meantime, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Please, it's free for you all to like and comment and share. Make sure you share the chat into some groups and shit that we are not a part of so they can get these funnies. Nonetheless, we're going to go around the room and introduce the people who are here. I want to give it to the one and only that's sitting over there in the corner that's matching, that has all of Jacksonville covered up on his green shirt.
Hey.
Give it up to the one and only Big fucking Chip, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on? Signal 27.
Oh, I ain't even got my daggone sound effects hooked up too. Yo, listen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I want to first and foremost thank Ed for the soundboard, but this joint has been giving me issues with this buzzing sound that's getting on my last damn nerve. I can't.
That's because you got to shake it.
You don't
Yo.
think you should have went back to the smaller soundboard?
I'm thinking I should go back, but I let my daughter use that. So,
Oh, okay.
So I gotta get another one. You know what I mean? But I should go back. It's only, since I changed the room around, it's only 4 mics, including the engineer's mic where I'm sitting at. But other than that, that's about it. I want to give it a shout out to David Emmanuel that's sitting right there too with Duval shirt on. Who gave you that shirt?
One of them, I don't know the guy's name, but he's in Soul Hood movie with me, and I see him from time to time.
Oh, okay.
Took him a long time to get my damn shirt. I paid for it, but I got it. I can't remember his name though.
Took about a year.
Damn near.
Damn near to get the shirt. That's fucked up. Yo, that's a damn shame.
Well, I mean, at least he got it to me though. You know what I'm saying? I got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, you gotta
Who's
give
the
him.
other dude that give my shirt? Yeah.
Who's the other dude?
Off of Lane Avenue. What is Lane? No. Lennox.
Oh, okay.
No, we was at the little thing.
What you talking about, the rap show?
Yeah.
Damn.
Bro, yeah, you
I
ain't
ain't
getting
got
that
it
shit.
yet. Yeah, I chopped it up as a loss.
Yeah, you ain't about to get that. That shit is gone and forgotten, bro. I wish you can get it.
Dang, I wish you wouldn't have paid for it. Like,
That was me.
I mean, I didn't know they was out. Oh, because they probably didn't have the size. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
got to be it.
Damn, are you?
No, what?
No, they didn't. Like,
No, I'm
they
saying I'm
didn't
trying to
outside.
figure out why, because it ain't like there was no real expensive shirts, but the only way you want to give it to them,
I was just supporting them.
I got a hole in that shirt already. I got it from there, but I ain't talking bad about nobody's stuff.
Yeah,
It
you
wasn't,
are on the
quality
slide.
wasn't shit. Who said that? Somebody stop speaking through my mic.
Yo, that was you. That was you. Yo, that was you. Hey, listen, you can't sit up there and help, but it all depends on who makes it and how much money you're willing to spend on it. You know what I mean? I know I had shirts right now that's last quite a long time, and I paid $20 for it. You know what I mean? And I bought some shirts that had a face on it that was supposed to be DTG'd, and the face gone on it now. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You know? So I want to give a shout out to the individuals who are not here. First, let's talk about that one thing that you had brought up. You had mentioned that some of our castmates aren't as dedicated as they could be. Oh, this you see, y'all see this fuck.
Should we go live on our own Facebook? 'Cause, damn.
Why?
Because I can't find us on Facebook.
Why? I'm right here on Facebook.
Well, let
You
me
show
go
your
search then. Shit.
Yo, you show your shit together, bro.
I'm hitting my notification. Ain't no Signal 27.
Yo, then put it in the and then search for the
yes,
junk.
yes, sir.
Yeah, put it in there and search for it. I mean, it says there. I found me.
Okay, brother.
But you know what? This the daggone what's the name has been acting funny too, bro. Like all of the internet and
What's
shit.
acting funny?
Like the different fucking social media websites has been acting a little different and a little weird.
Oh, they're afraid of you.
Nah, they ain't got shit to be afraid of. I ain't done a damn thing to nobody. All I do is talk shit over this microphone and do jokes at places where people really don't want niggas to be at.
God damn.
Yo. So today's topic of discussion that was given to us by none other than Raoub.
You didn't say who was here, who was not.
Well,
here.
we know who ain't here. You know what I mean? Well, let's talk about that, all right? Because David did bring it up, and I did say I was going to go over
How you
it.
gonna blame me?
Yeah, because you did brought it
I
up.
thought Chip brought that up, bro. They ain't me pushing that shit because I wouldn't even want to acknowledge them motherfuckers.
Yo. So what are your thoughts on it? You think let's start with Ed. Why you think he possibly could have like decided to step away from the Signal 27 show?
He stepped away altogether.
He ain't here. And he ain't
Well, I
been
think
here all
being
together.
that he was negative on so many occasions and none of it resonated, like he never really took off, so he really doesn't give any substance to the show. And a lot of his corny antics, like the shit wasn't funny. Just like he wanted to go on stage with props. And the owner told him that wasn't a good thing. He tried it at one show, try to use Chip as a big prop.
That is true.
And sometimes maybe you need to take a long ass break, like forever. And then, find something else to do. I mean, this may not be for you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like if they hitting stages, they doing stand-up, like we stand-up comedians on this show. So we got to start holding motherfuckers accountable. Like, are you getting on stage? Like when they see me and Leroy on the thing, they talking about, ooh, y'all two, doo-doo, boom. And Leroy, I think we should wear Signal 27 show shirts at our
I am on
next
the
show.
14th. Yep.
I got to find my
On the
first
14th.
time. I got 4 of them. I don't know where the hell they at. But
They two, I'm like, new. Yeah, he ain't.
yeah, I'm saying we need to be going on tour doing stand-up because that's our bread and butter, bro. That's what we started from. Me personally, that's what I think. And we can talk about that off air. I'm not putting anybody else down and stuff like that, but when you come on the show and the only way you can be relevant is you got to mess with somebody else on the show and try to make them look bad and do little antics. It's like, where's your real creativity? Where's your real essence? Where's your, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
If you got to pull off somebody else just so you could be something, you really ain't shit. I'm just going to say it like it is.
But let's be
And he
honest,
done shook himself out of his own reality. It's what has happened.
But
And
no,
then-
but he did bring an element to
Yeah,
the show.
technical stuff
Yeah,
and-
when
yeah.
it comes to like, you know what I'm saying?
MS.
Yeah, and he was cool in a lot of places. I didn't like his fakeness because he'll say, well, David helped me and I love David and this and that. Then he'll turn around and do some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be consistent with me across the board. Like, I don't even need your motherfucking praise, to be honest with you, but to do the little bullshit you did. So I don't feel no remorse for you. Wearing badmintons on your hand and shit. You went through a whole, you traumatized all of us in this room. You should be paying us money.
I wouldn't necessarily say I've been traumatized.
I
but
would.
Damn.
It was horrible looking at this motherfucker. He was
wasn't
playing
that
sick.
bad,
He was
bro.
acting sick, acting hurt, looking for pity.
Yeah, okay.
We done helped him with
Like a
Man,
narcissist.
why y'all got me even thinking about this?
No, it's
shit?
because I brought it up. I mean, it does make sense. I mean, but based off of the information he provided us, he got a new girlfriend, so he wanted to kind of focus on that. Granted, his new girlfriend reminded him of you, which is weird. You know what I mean?
Of who?
His new girlfriend remind him of you.
What
which
he
is
said?
weird. That's what he said out of his mouth.
Well, that lets you know he ain't gonna be shit in your relationship because he damn sure ain't shit to comedy.
Bro. Yo, okay, well, off of Ed, you know what I mean? That's why our thoughts of why I think is because he got a new girl. He wanted to focus on that. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? I can't keep you on the roster forever because you want to be gone. That just doesn't make any sense. You know what I
I
mean?
think if you park a U-Haul here, he'll come.
Yeah, you could be a water boy for the show.
What's a U-Haul? If he moving somebody, he an asshole. Yo, and what about your girl Claudine? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Chip just letting me talk. He done sparked up all this shit.
I know.
Let me talk.
I'm agreeing with you.
So
though.
everybody can be mad at me. Ain't don't be mad at me. Be mad at yourself. Because you're responsible for you. None of my words can predict or make your life what it is. Only you can. This stand up here, I can't stand up for you.
Right.
And now you ain't even sitting down for yourself. So you can't stand up or sit down.
And this is going to probably be the last time we actually bring this up in reference to those the individuals who are no longer on the show. But
I hope Claudine's all right, though, Leroy. Did any of y'all check on her? Because really, I'm concerned. I don't like talking to her because it's like I trigger her or something. She just be angry with me and talk rough.
I
And
think it's a new relationship. Like, I don't know.
Is it her and
Maybe
Barry?
she trying to. I think maybe she's trying to find herself.
Hey, I don't know.
About her and Barry. I don't know.
Ever since the two of them got together on some stuff, and they was telling me and calling me, do you think it's okay if I let her go first on the show? And then she called me with like, well, David, if you want to go first on the show, I'm like, wait a minute, what is all these fucking negotiations I know nothing about when y'all done made the lineup? I see some things happening. So, I mean, did that happen? I don't know.
So, I mean, if that's the case, just talk to me about it. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I ever did anything wrong
that shouldn't
to
interfere
Claudine.
with the show, though.
But if you have a new man and your man is telling you to do something, then she'd probably be more inclined to do what her man says versus doing what a show is doing. Because let's think about it. I mean, the question is going to be what options do you have? You know what I mean? Coming up, I'm not saying she ain't getting any options. What I'm saying is that if she has a man, she wants to put her attention into her man, and that's perfectly fine. And if her man says, "No, I don't want you to be on the show over there," then she gonna, I guess, do what her man asks her to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do that. But all I know is that when I was putting her on shows, she was saying, I don't feel like I should be on this show with y'all. Now, if I put you on the show, that means I see something in you for you to be on the show because people paying their money. But if you telling yourself this in your mind, then that's different. You may not really want this. Mm-hmm. So I can't keep putting you on the show if you feel like you don't belong on the show. So I want to speak from that aspect.
Okay, so then now you're speaking in reference to people who are funny versus people who are not funny. And
well, I didn't say that.
No, I'm being real honest. I mean, you got to think about it. There comes growth in comedy where a person becomes funnier the more that they end up getting on stage and doing what they're supposed to do. So the question for the both of them is, Ed said he didn't want to do comedy anymore. I think is because you ran him off when you said
David
he was.
did that.
You gonna blame me?
Yeah,
David
I am.
did
Yes,
that.
Well, the guy that used to open for Rodney Dangerfield told me to quit comedy back in 2011, and nobody ran me off.
Yeah, but you're a different person, and then your skin is a little darker than his. You know what I'm saying? So you have a little more self-confidence in yourself. There were certain things that Ed would do on stage that he didn't, like we give him pointers. Just like you remember the dude who used to shake a lot? His name is Joe Lewis.
Yeah.
You remember Joe Lewis?
Yeah,
We used
Joe
to tell
Lewis.
Joe Lewis all the time, man, listen, you can't come on stage and not mention the fact that you got the shakes and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Ali.
The
I'm
microphone
talking
just
about that.
dancing all around.
Right.
The people see that.
You can't sit up there and tell people that you got and just beat around the bush and tell people that you got a big lawsuit, nigga. You gonna get robbed, nigga.
Exactly.
I think Ed,
The women were taking his money too.
I think David gave Ed hope and then took it back.
Well, after he put Chip on stage like
I
a
don't know why I
Chippendale,
was on stage either.
like
I
a
really
Chippendale with all his clothes on, and wouldn't let him leave, I had to be honest because otherwise he's going to abuse y'all with the circus act. So I had to speak up.
But by you being like that, he should. I mean, it can make you or break you, and definitely broken.
Yeah,
I think
my brother
that's how
got
I
broken
feel.
by comedy when he got on that show out there up on University Boulevard. All them little shows were good, but when he got on that big stage, he ain't been back on that stage since.
Yeah,
So-
it can make you or break you.
Yep. So that raises a lot of questions. I mean, do you see the growth in either one of them? You know what I mean? I mean, I think Claudine has a lot of good comedy timing when it comes to like skits and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But everybody requires or deserves some work on stage. You know what I mean? But I think Ed, there were certain things that Ed would do on stage. I was like, listen, cut away the fat. That's too much going on in that particular joke. Don't say anywho no more.
It was
Don't say anywho.
It was the Nicholas for me.
Fuck that anywho shit.
But I think Claudine's just disinterested.
Oh, you think that might be what it is?
That's what I think. Like it might be bored to her.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't want you, Leroy, they don't want you.
Yeah.
That's just like a girl. If you're trying to have sex and she don't want to give you none, you can't get none.
Right. And Manus Musa, thank you. Yeah, you're right. We can't assume anything about one particular person, but you can judge a book a little bit by what's on the cover when you've been looking at the cover.
Man, we can
for a
assume
while.
everything we want about people.
No, you can't assume because they could be going through something.
Yeah,
You know what
that
I mean?
that part too.
They could
that
be
part
going
too.
through something. So
I'm sympathetic about that, but you got to
mean-
use this.
But we know Ed been going through what is it? What's that shit called again? Menopause? No, fucking
Flew out.
No, what's that
Oh,
shit
no.
called? He got the shakes.
Right.
Oh man.
MS.
He got the MS. He said he got the MS and it be cutting on and off and on and off and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's what you got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to keep bringing it to us if you can't make it or whatnot. But then it seemed like now, all of a sudden, boom, it seemed like you just really need an excuse that you didn't want to do the show no more. And that's that. And it would have helped to be like, okay, well, listen, man, I'm just going to back away. It don't hurt. Like I used to do what is it? The Uptown Experience, remember? And I was like, yo, listen, I'm not about to do this anymore. And I pulled him to the side and I was like, listen, I'm stepping away from this. It's going to be my last month. I'm no longer doing it. And so be it. That's going to be it. That's all that requires. I mean, you can't sit up there and expect, because once I change the flyers or whatnot, there's not going to be no, listen, man, I want to be able to come do the show. Nah, I'm not opening up my seats no more to anybody else. I'm not. I was like, once you're gone, you're gone. Because if things pop out, when things pop off for the show, you want to wish you was there,
Right.
to be a part of it. I mean, because a lot of things don't come over time and overnight. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have to put in work. I was looking at Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels took him 10 years for him to blow up off of one video. You know what I mean? So what kind of work you think we're gonna be putting in?
Yeah, Leroy. So why can't people be transparent out in the open and tell you what's going on? Like, why do you have to figure out what's going on with them? And that question is coming from, I've heard about these men, and the women say these men are hurting, and they act tough on the outside, but all on the inside, they decimated, they soft, they this, that, and the other. And the women be coddling them.
What's decimated? Is
Decimated.
Oh,
You
okay.
heard of decimated before?
Yeah, but you said decimated.
Did I?
Yes, that's why I'm bringing it up.
Okay, one of my letters might have jumped over one when I was saying it.
I do it all the time.
I don't know. But yeah. Why don't they be transparent and just tell you what's going on? Like, damn.
No, I believe that a lot of times people be like, okay, they don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. You can't hurt mine. I asked you to be on the show. If you don't want to be on the show no more, that's all you got to say. Is
Man,
like, listen,
I
I
had
don't
the
want to
whole
do that.
stroke. Like it ain't no.
Yeah.
Like
Chip made it back.
at least they can tell you. Like I'm just saying that's being considerate though. Like Leroy ain't gonna be to the show for a while because such and such, such and such. You know what I'm saying? But they like in Ed's case, he came to your party. All he had to do was say, "Hey man, I ain't gonna be on the show for a while. Me and old girl gonna try and do, you know."
Yeah, but in Ed's case, I think it was an excuse because they were talking about having one car and how she had to go to work using a car, and she was like, "Well, no, you can just drop me off, do the show, and come back and pick me up." Ed didn't want to do that.
She snitched
So
on
that
him.
just let me further know that Ed really didn't want to do the show no more.
Used her for an
He
excuse.
used her as an excuse. I was like, you can just be a man. Just let me know. Listen, dog, I don't want to do the show no more.
Exactly.
And all you had to do is leave Dave the fuck alone.
Right.
You wouldn't have had no problem. But nah, you got to keep coming at me. Okay,
Yo,
cool.
What's up, Jarrell and Kenyon? And
Now you walking
everybody
like a
that's in
flat
the chat?
tire.
Emotional, unstable ass around me, you gonna keep that work.
Yo. All right, yo. So today's topic today is going to be Teachers First. Raul had provided this particular topic, and I just want to get some insight as to what he mean before I go ahead and give my point of view on it. It says Teachers First, a guide or being misguided. Dave, give us some enlightenment as to what you mean by Teachers First.
No, when you say teachers first, you're supposed to say women are the
Women.
first teacher.
We are
Just like they tell you your mother is your first teacher.
okay.
So if we even go into the biblical text, which people like to go to, it say the first shall be the last. So even if you use that on the women, that means if they're our first teachers, they're going to be our last teacher. So that's the importance of the type of women you have around you. And just in my observation, there are women that don't have a whole lot of substance, like they even look into the male for a lot of things. And like they are the source, they are the portal, like when they really tune and tapped in. And I was able to hear Divine Feminine speak that was breaking down the etymology of words, was doing a whole lot of stuff. And that's where it popped into my head, because when they on that frequency and vibration, they really providing that substance, and that's probably what you need to get to the next level. But we surround ourselves with anybody, and they not really that substance for us to get up. So we stay stuck in drama and suffering and nonsense more than we need to. We're gonna have to be very selective of the teachers and the energy that we engage. So that's where that topic came from.
Okay, well, if I had to say something in reference to that, we got to look at our society as a whole, and the fact that the women that are teaching us are women of leisure right now. Every woman that you see that's on Love and Hip Hop and what you see on fucking social media, women, first thing they want to do is take pictures, and then they want to take their picture and put it on Instagram, and then once they put it on Instagram, they want to get the likes and get that dopamine injection based off of how that makes them feel when they get the attention and approval from people. And they realize, listen, I can shake my ass and get the approval of, or get the approval of all of the simps that are out there. You know what I mean? And then when you watch TV, where are the women of substance at on television? Back in the day, we used to have Claire Huxtable and all of the women that was, a majority of the women that was on A Different World. And even then you had the white versions when you had like Archie Bunker and his wife. His wife was taking care of the home. He was working. You had Rock. You remember the Rock's wife? Eleanor. You know what I'm saying? All of these women were women of substance. They was taking care of their home. If they had to go out to work, they was working. And you saw what was going on. These were actual women that were being taught. But now when you turn on the TV, the box that programs our next generation, what do you see? You see nothing but women of leisure. That's it. Free time, women that's for the streets, women that'll sit up there and sing you a song, make $1 million, and do the complete opposite once those doors are closed. So how do you expect to find that needle in the haystack amongst all of these skeezers and scallywags that are running around here? It's hard. You know what I mean? But then you got to look at it vice versa, too. A lot of these men are raised by these leisurely women. I look at Maury Povich and what's that woman, Judge, who have all of these women on there and the men want to get their babies tested because they don't believe that the baby belongs to them. You know what I mean? So how was it like that back in the day? You know what I mean?
Nope.
So
your grandma was to test her back in the day. Be like, that baby ain't yours. That baby don't look like you.
Yeah, and we got to keep in mind of how our grandmothers and our women prayed back in the day. Like, they didn't play. I know it was religious at that time, but what they was doing was a spiritual work. They were covering you. They was covering the whole family. I mean, they talked about that at my aunt's homegoing because they talked about my grandma, who was her mother. Like, you know, so they have even disconnected us from what they call praying. Now, I don't really support praying, but the energy from that it used to produce and what we used to do with it, it covered a lot of us, you know, and guided us. So I want a spiritual woman if I can have my way. Okay. And I want her teaching. I want her intuition. I want her without so much ego. You know, I want that divine femininity.
Okay. And that's going to be, I'm going to ask Chip, what do you think about that, Chip? Because you scratching your head.
No, I mean, no. I was just scratching my head, that's all. But I do agree with that. I would want a spiritual woman, yeah. I mean, look at the examples we got on TV, like, you know, is they paid to do what they do. So, I mean, there's very few that you see a lot be like, oh, yeah, she's a good woman and all. Men ain't saying that nowadays. Because if you look at TikTok, if you go by TikTok, what they do? They want to just wear little shorts, stuff all in their stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So you get that vibe. And then they get mad when you say something. You be like, oh, treat you like that. And then they don't want to be treated like that. But that's all you get, though.
Okay. And Jarrell was like, good women are still out here. What you're seeing is culture and propaganda, not every woman. And I can agree, not every woman is it, but we don't deal with the minority. It's the majority that kind of takes place. I think just about, if you had to put 10 women up around the same ages, let's say 19 to 24, a majority of them think and talk the exact same way. There is no individualism amongst the women. I mean, you go out there on the street, which we're going to be doing soon, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be going out on the street and talking to some of these ladies and ask them, listen, what do you prefer as far as a man goes? Or what do you want?
he better have that bag.
Right. You know what I mean? So it doesn't. Men right now, and I know a lot of women are saying that. Listen, I know a lot of men are saying that you need to get your passports and go overseas and get yourself another type of woman or get yourself another sister from a different faction of black people. But what I'm saying is that the women over here have got it misunderstood. The average man, is not even being seen by the average woman right now. And a lot of females disagree with that. When they ask a man, okay, do you make $50,000 a year and you 5'8", and at least you are in shape, they don't want that. They don't believe that can be a good life for them. They want a man who's 6 feet and above, making $100,000 a year. And when they tell them, listen, it takes a man some time to be able to develop stuff like that. You know what I mean? To raise his value up to that dollar amount, they're not trying to hear all of that. You know what I mean? So I just think it's culture. It's going to be hard for any man who wants to find himself a good woman to have to weed through all of the bullshit. Like a man right now can't go up to a woman and be like, listen, I want to take you out on a coffee date. Right. So I can get to know you. Mm-hmm. Really? Who's doing that? Oh, let me take you to 2 for $20 at Chili's. You know what I mean? You want to go for that? No, I can't believe you're going to take me to Chili's. For you to talk to me, I need this and this and this. It's like, really? Is that? Are you serious?
Yeah, and I want to revisit that thing talking about you can't change a hoe into a housewife. I say you should only want a hoe to be your housewife.
Explain, bro. What the fuck? What the hell? Right. Explain.
Well, I mean, she already got the qualities that you really want in a woman, but you just gonna fine tune it, and she ain't ashamed about it. You know what I mean? She not embarrassed about it. That's her divine femininity. A lot of stuff that these women are doing is their divine femininity, but it's been perverted to such a degree. You know what I mean? That's their essence. So some of them want to be a housewife. I mean, some of them hoes want to be a housewife. You just got to have enough stability for her so she can put down the hoeing. She just wants stability. She wants somebody there. She wants somebody providing structure. Because that's what men do. We provide structure. And she wants to feel comfortable and safe. So if you put all those things in place, you can have your hoe and a housewife.
Yo, Kenyon was like, stop saying that bullshit. We do want that coffee and Chili's. Okay. I don't believe that. I've been out of the game for a while. You know what I mean? But I'm raising a daughter, and my daughter has like down to earth understanding and reasoning, but she's not a traditional young lady either. You know what I mean? She says she can cook, but she really don't. So you can't expect for her to be able to cook for you and be able to make stuff for you. You know what I'm saying? And this is just what I'm saying. Maybe I raised her, you know what I'm saying, messed up, but I'm just saying, all I'm saying is that it's going to be a struggle if she out there and you know what I'm saying, she ain't really putting forth the effort to try to maintain or keep the relationship going. If that man is putting forth the effort to try to get to know you and offer you a 2 for $20 and you upset because you want to use that man for a meal ticket that one particular time, man, men got to go through a whole bunch of stuff. And women be like, well, men got it easy. No, they don't. If they trying to get with a woman and every time you go out with a woman, it's $150 to $200 and you do a date or 2 or 3 or a month or whatever, I mean, that's close to $1,000 a month just trying to find you the right woman. You know what I mean? If I'm sitting up there willing to pay to get you a venti espresso at Starbucks, and then we can just talk and chill so I can get to know you, that's a problem? You saying I'm not spending enough money on you? Man, come on. I saw a video where a woman was talking about her wedding ring was $30,000. $30,000 fucking dollars. Do you know what you can do with $30,000? That's a down payment on a house. But you want to walk around with that shit on your fucking finger? That shit don't make no fucking sense. I'm about to get pissed off.
You already did.
Don't get pissed off, bro.
Get pissed off.
No. So that's where I feel at. I was like, what's teaching the girls right now aren't the women of substance that you're talking about. The women that are being taught are like people like what is it? Your fucking What's that chick that's like dark skinned? I can't think of her name.
Don't say Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, Meg Thee Stallion and your Cardi B's and your Gorillas, whatever the fuck their name is, and they stand up here and they shake their ass and stuff on TV, and women are like, okay, I can do that to be able to get the bag and make the money. You know what I mean? But come on, man. Do you think a man of substance is going to want a woman who's shaking her ass all on TV and stuff like that? No, not really.
No, not really.
I mean, would you want going down the line, would you want your wife to be shaking her ass for likes?
Not necessarily. But if she was getting an overwhelming amount of money and I could take vacations and not have to work, I might just have to let her shake that ass. I mean, but that's not my current situation.
So yours is that you're okay with it as long as she getting the bag.
Well, I say that depending, because you see people, high profile people, that their wives are on there with their ass shaking and all out. You know, when it becomes entertainment and you know she only belongs to you. I mean, because especially if your woman say she want to do that and then you telling her no, she can't, bro, it's going to be a problem.
Yo,
you know,
but it needs to become a problem. If you say something that she is doing is making you feel uncomfortable and she's still going to do it regardless of how it feels or how it make you feel, then it becomes a point of where I'll be like, listen, go continue to do what you're doing. I'm gonna leave you alone because you're being disrespectful.
Right.
And men receive love through respecting us. So if you're gonna disrespect me, that means you don't love me the way I want to be loved. Yeah. So that's it. I saw a letter that was being read stating that this husband and wife couple stay next door to this guy. He has a nice house with a jacuzzi in the back. And he invited him and his wife to come over into the jacuzzi. The husband was like, no, I don't think that that's okay. I'm uncomfortable with that. But she wanted to do it anyway. She said, I'm not doing anything with him. You know what I mean? I'm just in the jacuzzi feeling, I mean, you know what I'm saying? He's single and he's wealthy and all of that. And she's like, I don't feel like it's right for me not to be able to go over there and enjoy myself and have a good time in this other person's jacuzzi. And she felt like her man was being insecure. But he said, no, you're being disrespectful. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That was on a Instagram thing that I saw earlier today. But if your man asks you to do something and you're going to continuously do it, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we got our good friend Claudine Chandler, the text specialist of the world. She said you can't speak on women if you don't have girls. And I was just asking if granddaughters count.
Well, yeah, Chip, what if Shoni?
What?
What if Shoni was out there shaking that ass for a piece of change?
No, I mean, I wouldn't like it. No, I wouldn't. Hell no.
See, and that's just and that's just I would consider to be your above average males outside of me and Chip being overweight and David just not eating food that you can eat.
What?
Yeah, motherfuckers don't want to be with a person that don't eat pork.
Food.
But you don't eat pork. You don't eat any animal.
Well, why do I have to?
I'm just saying, but most chicks, if you get a chick, she don't want to eat meat.
No, I don't want her.
Oh, okay.
But then you got to go down on her, and some of that meat gonna come through that liquid. Sucking it. I'm good, bro.
You got cow byproducts every time.
Yeah, that blood dries up and don't go nowhere. It's still there. That's blood versus plasma from a plant. I mean, the fact that people compare chlorophyll to animal blood, I'd be like, okay, let's not talk about it. Just let it be what it is. Cause I ain't bothering nobody in what they do. I'm leaving them the hell alone. I didn't realize. I learned my lesson. I'm done with that shit.
Yo. So that's why I feel like where it stands as far as the teachers. I think as of right now, our girls are being misguided. Now, as far as men, how can we as men try to redirect and change this ship? I don't see anything that we can do we'll have to deal with it in our own homes. But you being bombarded with everything from the time that they're in school in that morning and everything that happens throughout the entire day to the time that they come back home to you. You got to try to change their minds and the way they think. So what do you think as far as men goes, who are the leaders of their home, what can they do to try to change that?
Start with their home first.
Right.
Like you have to start with yourself first. Like, because it don't make no sense you trying to do all this and you ain't got your house together.
Right. So I'm thinking that a lot of these women, they be choosing these guys who, well, look at it like this, right? The guys that the women have to choose from aren't guys of substance, but they think that they want this particular type of guy who's very toxic. So if you want a toxic man because he brings excitement to your life versus the guy you're supposed to have who's going to take care of you, you choose the toxic guy because he's right for right now. And then you want to wait till the time that you're 30 after your pussy and shit is blowed the fuck out.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I said it. You want to wait till you're 30 and you want your pussy to be blowed out because you've been fucking with them fuck niggas. And you get upset. You get upset that don't nobody want to fuck that old raggedy ass pussy you got. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Hey, listen, man, we don't need no emails about this shit.
I don't
Leroy saying,
I don't give a
damn.
fuck about none of that, but that's honest to God truth.
This shit
going on.
No, I'm just saying. I'm being dead ass serious. I mean, you know, don't nobody want to mess around and find
a
out.
house with no drywall put up, huh?
No.
Yeah.
No, but you think about it, man. If that's the case, because I was looking at the video, this woman said, it's like, what the woman say? The woman said on her thing that 30 bodies is not a lot of bodies. And then then the other woman chimed in. She was like, "You absolutely right." She was like, "My boyfriend loved me, and he met me while the football team was running the train on me. And by that time, I already had 40 bodies. So please explain to me, what did you tell your boyfriend that you got 40 fucking bodies? Because I don't want to be with nobody who's been letting like the motherfucking the Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey circus run through that pussy."
Well, stop talking about Claudine like that.
You know what I mean? Why you do that? You ain't shit, bro.
Somebody got to stand up for our ex-member.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and let you talk about her like that, man.
Yo, nobody ain't talking about Claudine, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? She said,
rock out with your crotch out.
Leroy said, your shit been on lock for 21 years, so shut up. You don't know what the dating game is like. You're absolutely right. I don't know what it's like, but I'm very observant, and I'm raising a little girl, and that girl got some shit that she got to go through. Let's go ahead and talk about it. First of all, she was dating this boy, and all the boy wanted to get was some pussy.
Oh, man.
No, fuck the dumb
Couldn't
shit.
have been my
brother,
daughter. You don't talk about it, bro.
He tried. So that's all he wanted to do was fuck, but he wasn't worth a fuck thing.
No.
But see, as her father, I had to vet him. I told him, listen, you ain't got no job. My daughter got a job. You ain't got no motherfucking thing going for you. You ain't got no goals or aspirations. You want to be an engineer, but you dumb as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So please explain to me, what can you do? My daughter has a car to get back and forth to school and work. Do you have a car? You working? You got anything like that? And you had both of your parents and one of your parents was white, so you had additional privilege on your back, brother. So please explain to me, why couldn't you be able to at least take care of yourself? When I was in high school, I had at least had a job. I had to catch the bus to get to my job, but I had a job nonetheless, which provided me some money to go ahead and talk to girls and be able to get them something. But listen, you can't sit up there and expect to get pussy from somebody, and you ain't even doing the regular shit to bring value to yourself as a man.
Yeah.
Come the fuck on, man. No, the dating game is fucked up because you got these women, women of leisure, raising these pussy ass boys, and they are over emotional, and they're not thinking about raising their value up, so that way they can get the best woman that they can. Mm-hmm. But that's what it is. Yeah, I was out of the game for 21 years, but I see a lot.
Yeah. And you got to think about something, because Jarrell asked, what did we want at that age? But we at least worked. We cut. If we didn't have a job, we was cutting grass. We was asking people to let us do chores for money. We was working for our family members. And a lot of these people ain't doing none of that. They got these drugs.
Easy.
Yeah.
Drugs, they want the easy. And not to say there's some good men out there at a young age, but come on, this all they see. I mean, eventually they're gonna be like, oh shoot, this all you gotta do.
Right.
And they're gonna think about sex.
Listen, back in the day, women made it extremely hard for men to have sex with them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. Oh, you want to have sex with me? Well, this is what you like me. This is what it is.
Okay, so we're grinding at first.
So those men, those boys realize, listen, I can't get the woman that I want unless I raise the value in myself. That's it. And women, they get their value automatic. As soon as they have that growth spurt, they get attention from men from the time that they are 17, the men, from 17 up until the time that they get old. As long as the women continue to look good, you're going to continue to get attention until you hit that fucking wall, and some of that attention is going to start falling off. You can't say you get the same amount of attention at 55, 60 that you was getting at 25 and 30. Because ain't no man trying to fuck no 65-year-old. Not with that wrinkle ass pussy.
And it's
you know
dry.
what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to use some coconut oil to lubricate that bitch. Oh no, my bad.
I
You know what I'm saying?
get in trouble.
No, I don't care, man. Fuck the dumb shit, yo. It's just it is what it is, man. But then a man, after he build up his value, the only way that he can build, because women now, they'll fuck you now if they feel like they want to do something. You know
And
what I
Leroy,
mean?
at what age do these women need to stop all this? They ain't fucking and all this stuff.
No, well, here's my personal thought about it. I think a woman should be looking to get her man as early as possible while they are still beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. And you find the right man, that right man will also help you get the bag. But see, a lot of women got it mixed around where they want to get the bag and be like, I'm going to do all of this to get the bag and then try to get the man later. And now you are ready for you to get the bag. Now you realize how long it takes for you to get the bag because it takes men the same amount of time to get the bag. So that's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Did I answer your question?
I think you did. I'm just saying, women that's say above 55. Do you think they just need to have an open door policy at that age, right?
I don't think, bitch. I know where you go. I know where you trying to
Well,
go.
I'm asking because I mean, it's just like I said. For people out here talking about, I want to be this, I want to be that. I said, when you get past your 40s, it's too late to be perfect. Like, you need to do whatever comes to you and whatever you got a passion about. Worried about people critiquing you, people approving you. You just need to do what the hell you want to do. That's what, you know what I'm saying? So I'm asking for that perspective. I'm not trying to sing it out to any one person, but don't act like your thing is so valuable and you get the scream after 50 is what I'm saying.
No, here's my thought about it. When you decide, if you are above 55 and you're single and you're looking for someone, I think that you need to break down your wants and to around like your top 3 requirements for a man. That's what I'm being dead ass serious. I mean, you can't sit up there and expect at 65 you want a man that's 6 feet tall, because most men that's around your age are losing bone marrow and they losing calcium, so they shrinking. You know what I mean? So you can't expect that. Now, do you want that man to possibly have a little money or at least be able to take care of himself? Well, that's a given. That's up top. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to withhold sex from that individual because of that? You can. Are you going to get what you want from it? I doubt it. Because at that point you didn't already fuck who you wanted to fuck, and then you want to hold back the pussy now to from a guy who probably really want to be with you up there in age. And then you got to realize your percentages of qualified applicants that you're going to have. You know what I mean? When you was in your 20s and 30s, you probably was getting hollered at by men, and you had attention that was coming by to you a whole lot. But now that you 65 and above, you got to realize ain't nobody knocking on that door.
And Mansa Musa saying that, he said the brother is dump as shit. D-U-M-P-E-D, can't spell. We ain't gonna hold that.
Who's that?
Site. He said big boy don't know shit about women over 60. So I know I ain't. Big.
I know anybody that's in a fucking nursery home. I know a motherfucker that's in a nursery home. You better watch out because your ass getting AIDS or some shit like that. Yeah. So and if you fucking old bitches, that's you and your prerogative.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? My chick, she in her 40s, but I've been married to her for 21 years. She got me when she was at her peak of plumposity.
That man saying you don't know nothing about the women he gumming on. Yeah. He they pull ups to the side.
Yeah, I got to get it. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, baby.
Both of them got their teeth out smiling at each other. It's a beautiful sight.
Yo, What did he say to her?
Pep off.
What did he do? Hey, what did he say to her? He's like, baby, calm down. Let me pop this Viagra real quick. I'll make sure I get nice and ready for you. Give me 45, 55 minutes for it to work. Right. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and blow on it. Right?
All of it disappear.
All of it, yeah. She mess around, fall asleep because you got to fuck her before 4:30.
I'm saying you ain't gonna be talking about these old bitches in my dirty home. I love these old ass hoes.
Right, you know.
No, I don't mean to call them. They goddesses, man. We honor them.
Jello shot. Jello.
Right.
Kiss them for me, brother. On that
Period.
forehead.
Not Jello shots. Jello.
You shouldn't be wanting to make love to nobody over 60 anyway, man. It's a spiritual thing. Now kiss them on the pineal gland.
Unless they take their dentures out.
And it depends what you want in a woman. Like what you can make it about sex, but it can go beyond that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're talking about as far as having a mental connection.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? You want that mental connection though.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't want it. If you weak like that for sex, then you'll fall. You'll fall for anything. Like, okay, let me just have sex. Okay, let me have some more sex. Let me have some more sex. Like, what is that life for you?
Well, I mean, think about it. Like most, they say the statistics that most men don't really get sex like that. So when you have the opportunity to get sex, you want it, right?
Not all sex is good sex though.
Right, but at least you having sex. You know what I'm saying? But I know for sure that I wouldn't want a chick who had a bunch of bodies to have sex with. I mean, you got to think about if porn stars.
Yeah, but
have
you have
problems.
Now we won't want that, right?
But you have no way of knowing.
But what if we don't know?
You're not.
What
gonna
if
know.
she somewhere you be like, I love her,
And these
right.
younger
but
generations.
she had to pass.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
And these younger generational males seem like they don't even care. Like somebody else can nut up in their girl in 1 week and then they want to be up in them the next week. I'm like, this whole relationship is over. You let somebody nut in you while I'm with you? Like, I would be emotionally devastated. I'm just a weak person. Just go ahead and say it. But you better not let me know.
Oh, Claudine, I didn't say that. I don't know where you get that from.
What'd she say?
What's she say?
What'd she say? What'd she say?
Yeah, I mean, these people be crying and be like, yo, she just did you a favor, bro. She just showed you what she all about. So
Jarrell said young men are looking for a mama.
Oh.
Cougar.
Maybe. Because they feel like that having relations with an older woman is exciting. And
You can't replace my mama.
No.
I know that's
You
right.
can't replace my mama. No if, ands, or buts. Like, yeah, you want that motherly love, but
Yeah, I don't want no mama because I want to fuck. And I wasn't going to fuck my mama. No, that wasn't going to happen. So I don't know how.
Yo.
I'm speak truth to facts and facts to truth.
I mean, it's always like it date back to what you want, how you think, your mental, like what you want.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it date back to.
Yo. I had a conversation with Keita, right? And I was telling Keita, I was like, listen, I only have one rule. And I was like, that one rule is that don't cheat on me, right? That's it. That's all I ask. Everything else, if we have issue or problem, we can always talk through it. Just don't cheat on me, right? And then she was like, well, if I did, would you leave? I was like, you goddamn Skippy, I'll drop your ass like a bad fucking habit. Now, I have you out there with your man, with your new man, just doing whatever the fuck it is I want to do. But I'm not about to sit up there and fuck it. There's too much shit out there, first of all. You know what I mean?
I don't want to kill nobody, right?
No, I'm not going to kill nobody, bro.
I hope not. More than likely he will, though.
No, I just... Why would you put that on me, bro?
Man.
Why? Because I'm angry all the time?
Hell yeah, man. That's your love and your life. That's the first woman you ever slept with. You ain't even had sex with nobody else. You telling me you ain't about to murk somebody over her, bro?
Nope.
Like, I'm not accepting that.
Nope.
Like, who gonna take that
What
risk?
does it sound good?
Yeah, that shit sound good in theory.
No, but I mean, I'm a man of logic, right? So there's no way that I'm going to do that. Plus, I've already explained that I'm only going to give you about 90% of me anyway. The other 10 is insurance. Just in case you decide to fuck up, I ain't got to sit up there and do nothing because I knew it was coming anyway. You know what I mean? So let's get there. Down and out. Bam. That's how I go. But what I'm saying is that that's the only rule that I have. And it's very simple and very easy. You know what I'm saying? Just don't break it. Now, if she was to happen to do it and I find out about it, because that's where David was talking about finding out about it, Yeah, it's already made up in stone. That was the rule, and you broke it. The only rule I had. That was like Batman.
You don't. I mean, don't. I don't know what I do, but I won't kill nobody.
Yeah.
But I'd be pretty upset.
Upset.
Yeah, I'd be hurt too. Shoot.
Yeah, you just gotta.
I'd be hurt like a mug. I mean, I don't know how I deal with it, but come on.
So do you think that your percentage of finding another mate will be higher than if somebody was to putting yourself in your own shoes? Do you think that it will be harder for you to find somebody else versus your other person that broke the rule?
Finding somebody who you want to be with though. Okay. Like it's easy to find somebody, but like who you want to be with, yeah, it would be harder because once you have a bond with somebody, like you don't want that broken or nothing.
That's true. I wouldn't want my bond to be broken, but I mean, you'll be hurt. So how long do you think it would take for you to get over your hurt versus because they say women kind of like get over it a lot faster than men.
I don't know if you ever get over it. Do you have to get over it though?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't sit up here and say, "Oh, about
that
6 months," but 7 months, a day or two. I can't say it. Yeah,
it's gonna hurt, man. Why you got to get over it though?
Well, I mean, because you can't take baggage into the next relationship. I've seen it and heard where a woman end up being with the person that imprinted them. You know what I'm saying? So they have this deep connection with the person that touched the bottom, but they broke up. So now they move into another relationship without healing, and they bring in all of that baggage from their past relationship, expecting for the new man to do exactly what the old guy was doing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So how are you supposed to? You got to heal yourself and get over your past hurts.
I do think you got to heal yourself.
And Jarrell on here lying, talking about men jump beds faster. Man, we ain't jumping no beds over here, man. Nobody.
So you don't think so? You think she lying? Why you think she lying? So you're telling me that if your wife was to be with somebody else, you wouldn't have somebody able to jump in the bed with right now?
No. I'm going to take that time off. I'm going to just be by myself. I'm going to be so thankful. Ooh, I'm free. And I'm going to take time
Damn, bro,
for myself.
What the
fuck? Like, you just asked me, bro. It's a lot of pressure when you got to make somebody else happy and you got to accommodate for somebody else's energy. Take that from a sign from the universe, you get a break. And so now I got to regroup, and the next divine feminine I connect with on that level, like I don't want all the different pussies coming to me. I got to break them down and see what kind of energy they got, if they for real, if they do this and that. You know what it's going to take to get with me? Like, bro, no.
So what would your qualifications be now? I ain't trying to get you in trouble if
right.
you don't want to mention it. So don't.
What you mean? How would that get me in trouble?
Because maybe your wife will find out. You don't want your wife to be like, yeah, you got qualification, David. You don't want her to do that shit. What
I think she already know, man. It got to be like a spiritual, divine feminine. She got to be an aggressive, critical thinker. Somebody that is not emotional first and logical. She has that balance. Because I'm not here for these emotional roller coasters, man. I'm going to start speaking to other people a lot. Go ahead.
Question. How long you and your significant other been married?
28 years.
28 years. And out of the 28 years, has she grown to those qualifications? Because I'm assuming you didn't always have those qualifications, right?
She was right. On some of them, she was right there before me. But almost when I moved levels, when like from religion to spirituality, she moved when I moved. How that song go? Move when I move. Just but like her meat regiment, she was just doing turkey when I met her. So her eating regiment was better than mine, actually. And she had done did the non-meat eating meat stuff before. I just took it to a whole nother level with getting strict. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
And she was on board with it.
And
right?
the raw alkaline.
Damn.
Hold on. She tried to fight me on the alkaline raw, bro. And with that cooked food. And I was like, damn, we don't need no cooked food in the house. And but she kept cooking it even though after I told her not to, right? Mm-hmm. But I didn't pressure about it. And it was on me not to eat them portions and eat the stuff when she made it. Because you still got to be an individual in the relationship, bro. It's all about you. But then I kept sticking to my raw alkaline regimen. And the next thing you know, she was like, we're going to do this for 90 days. So that's just a testament of your alchemy. Like you got to stand strong in your stuff, and your mate may not get there and may not. That's not for you to worry about. you're going to have your own discipline. You're going to have to be an individual even in that relationship. It's about creating environments within environments. As long as you can see yourself excelling and building, like if the other person don't make you happy and all that stuff, bro, you have to find happiness even in a place where there is no happiness. What you gonna do in every relationship and go and start a new one? Gonna be some bullshit over there you got to deal with over there.
Okay.
So,
Well, that makes sense. So what do you feel about the percentages of women leaving their married relations? They say 80% of women leave their marriages. So how do you feel about that? You think because men aren't leaving women, women are leaving men. So what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, that's for me?
Yeah, for both of y'all.
Yeah, I think if a relationship gets violent or that person is abusing you mentally, telling you less than, if they don't never have nothing inspiring, they don't motivate you to do something, I think those may be good grounds for you to go ahead and leave. That's what I would say. But other than that, then women are leaving because the man is trying to come and tell her what she must do. And like they say, most men don't have their shit together. So how you gonna tell me what to do?
So you feel like a lot of, if the men in the relationship had their shit together, then the women would be inclined to stay and do what he asks her to do for her benefit.
I don't know. Because they say most men stay regardless. They stick it out. And that the women don't. That's what I heard. I don't know factually,
Well, I heard when it comes down to divorce, men are more likely to leave a woman because of infidelity. Women are most likely to stay. But women are likely to leave a relationship when, one, the man does not financially provide for them, mentally as well as emotionally, or are not able to provide the status that they're looking for. So if a man is happy working at, at a business, and that business is garnishing them $45,000, $50,000 a year, but he doesn't have any dreams of moving beyond the $45,000 or $55,000 a year, they are inclined to leave them because he doesn't have aspirations to grow to help their status of her. So that's where I see where a lot of the women are leaving. If the man can't, or if it's taking too long for him to get to that particular status that she wants, because a lot of women say, yeah, I can get a man who's making $35,000, $40,000 a year, who's a plumber, but I can best believe that man is going to end up having his own business so he can bring in more. You know what I mean? So it's like, but what if he didn't want to change? What if he was cool working with the company that he was at? You know what I mean? Why does he have to change if he's bringing in the money that he's bringing in and is able to take care of the family in a whole? So thoughts?
Well, let me say something for the internet typing gangster thugs on here telling me what I can and can't speak on there. Why the hell am I doing it then? I just did it. Speak on any and everything because I'm that motherfucker.
Yo, who are you talking about?
Our good sister Claudine, that y'all done brought her energy up in the room.
What'd she say?
She said, I can't speak on something I ain't been through. You can't speak on something you ain't been through.
She said, Leroy, make every relationship seem like a slavery. Sound like slavery.
Damn.
No,
who said that?
That's what Claudine said.
No, it's. I wouldn't necessarily no relationship, because I saw on I listened to another individual and it was like, is there such thing as a happy marriage? And I was saying to myself, like, really, what is a happy marriage? And then I was like, well, no, there is no such thing as a happy marriage. There is marriage, and then there are people that are inside that marriage that are happy to be with each other and work things out with one another. It's still marriage. It's still a contract that you decide to have with one another and say we're going to work life out. Now, if something happens and you decide that you just fall out of like of that person, then you decide that you want to leave said relationship or said marriage. But it is what it is. I mean, do you think that the percentage of you getting with someone else after you decide that you wanted to step away and you're able to find another person? I mean, you might be happier by yourself and with your alone, but then, I mean, you got to think about what happens in the end.
And see, when I speak of women of substance, pay attention. Because if you say you can't speak on stuff you ain't been through, that's not logical. Because you got rappers that rap about stuff they don't have, but because they rap about it, they manifest it. Your words and your thoughts create your reality. See? So you got to know who you choosing and who you building with. Because a lot of people don't like to go below the surface. But below the surface is where everything is. No slight to anybody. But you got to be aware when you're speaking to surface thinking people. And that's on you. You feel me?
All right, y'all. So I see a lot of y'all in the chat. So let me go to the chat real quick. I'll scroll through some of these. Let's see. Jarrell said they just tired of the bullshit. I'm assuming he's talking about the women that are tired of the bullshit. She said, not true. You know how many some out here taking care of men so they can find themselves or live out their dreams. I mean, it's rare that you find a woman taking care of a man. And if they do, it's not for a long period of time. You know what I mean? A woman going to expect you to be able to do something, get out and do a job unless you're slinging dick. A lot of times if you're slinging dick, a lot of women will be like, well, listen, I can only get what I get for right now. And this is what it is. You know what I mean? So I know a lot of individuals sit up there and say, well, for me to find a home or whatnot for the meantime, while I'm out here trying to make my dreams come true, I'm going to put this dick on her and she going to enjoy it because I'm the bomb. And then be like, I'm going to go out here and try to make it. And then it is what it is. I've heard a lot of men say that too, as far as coming up on women. What is it? Larry Emanuel said, Obam, more relaxed when I am in a relationship. Obam, what the fuck does that mean, Dave? That's your brother.
Shit, I don't know.
He said, and then Larry said, I've been trying to manifest a wife that drop it like it's hot every night.
That's why we just talked about turning a hoe into a housewife. Get you a stripper, but tie your dollar bills to like a retractable cord. So when you put them out, you can snatch them back. And then you lure her into the house, and now you have a housewife, and you got both.
Claudine said contract. I'm assuming that you talking about like the marriage contract. At the end of the day, that's exactly what it is when you bring the government into it. It's a contract. And you already know that for you to get a divorce, you got to go to them to get a divorce, and everything gets fucked up then because the man, you know what I'm saying? So it is a contract. That's why a lot of men, from my understanding, is kind of like opting out of getting married. And if they do get married, it's more or less common law. Let's just have a ceremony. Let's have a ceremony under God and fuck that shit that's going down. But when I get life insurance, I'll make you the beneficiary and stuff like that. But other than that, it's a contract nonetheless, because when a man dies, the stuff got to go to somebody. And that somebody is usually your spouse under the eyes of the law of the contract that you sign. So that's how I see it. So Jarrell says, hoes don't do wifely shit. I must... I don't know. I don't know, Jarrell. I don't know about that. They do something with them, you know.
Yeah, like a Guac 2000. That's what I'm saying.
But I mean, something like Chip was saying, something has to give more than just sex, right? You know what I'm saying? So what if she can suck a mean dick? You know what I'm saying? And gobble the balls up and you know what I'm saying? And maybe she's missing some teeth and she gum it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, that shit get kind of old, you think?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we need that mind and that energy. Like, that sex is overrated.
And then Jarrell says cooking, cleaning, etc. No, here's the thing. With the way the world changed right now, there's no more gender roles, right? You know what I'm saying? There are roles that men have that women just can't do. And then there are roles that men do that women don't want to do. But your home gender roles have become null and void. So stuff like cooking and cleaning and what is it? All of that other stuff, all of that's thrown out the window. You know what I'm saying? Because women work just like men do. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? So if they work just like men do, then hey, we should say hire a maid. You fucking dumb. But I mean, it's thrown out the window. You want to be able to help your spouse out, and in return, your spouse will be able to help you out. You know what I mean? I don't believe in a happy house, happy spouse, or happy wife, happy life. I believe that if you want to be happy, do your part in the relationship, so that way all of y'all can be okay.
I think people get it misconstrued.
What?
If I'm saying that wrong or whatever. That's all right, man. David went to Reigns. But anyway.
Hey, we ain't going to blame that on Reigns, though.
Nah, but like it's supposed to be 100, not 50-50. I don't know where they come up with this.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be 100.
Okay. Well, it is what it is. In closing, y'all got any closing remarks? David, since this was your topic?
Oh. I was just going to say, man, a woman ain't going to let her earn and pay for everything for long, because she going to always be in your ear. So as a real man, when you get the chance to out earn her and like provide that structure, you gonna do it. That's all I wanted to say in closing.
Okay, what about you, Chip?
Don't go for a woman making you happy. Like I said, just be happy with her. You know what I'm saying? Just be happy with her, not because she make you happy.
All right. Yeah, that sounds like a thing. I mean, that means
that's what I got.
That means that arranged marriages and stuff like that can kind of work out if you learn that particular person. You can learn to like somebody. That's why I think kind of
Mansa Musa said something. Remember, these guys are comedians and give their opinions, not facts.
Who
said that to you, Leroy?
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if that's how you feel, I think all three of us got women. I don't know any.
We don't know what's going on in your nursing home.
Hello.
But
right. I mean,
PDs, Pampers and Dick.
Right. You know what I mean? Yeah, we are comedians. We do joke a lot and we talk that shit. But at the end of the day, you got to look at what's really going on in the world.
Yeah, they happy most of the time, smiling, laughing. They say you can make a woman smile, you can get them draws off. You hear me? Them panties just drop sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. You might want to be a comedian then. It ain't never too late. We can train you.
Get that snail trail.
Yeah, you could be better than that.
Damn, why you had to go full circle, right? And bring what's the name back in here. Anywho, let's go ahead.
I'm not participating.
Yo, I'm not going to participate. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that might be one of the reasons why. Because my job said I ain't gonna be able to do my job. I can't come because my job said they're gonna see the show on my job. Right, I gotta finish ordering these motherfucking foot massages. Because my job.
We in trouble with Leroy. Start marking but it's over.
Yo, fuck that. All right, yo. We're gonna go ahead and move forward. The next topic of discussion, well, not topic of discussion, is gonna be Keita is not here today for her just asking. So we're gonna go ahead and move right over into David's segment. His segment is health hacks, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, we don't want to put Mansa Musa.
Thank you for tuning in to Signal 27 Health Hacks, teaching you the code to master your body.
Events, arguing with people, the city council.
Yo, hold on. You ain't muted. You ain't muted, bitch.
I don't give a damn. He need the motherfucker hear this shit.
Yo.
He'll fuck up a whole meeting.
Yo, all right.
Arguing with people and shit.
All right, David.
Yeah, today's health hack. You angry senior citizen motherfuckers coming to meetings and disrupting shit for no goddamn reason. Sit your ass down. And while you bagging groceries right now because you didn't prepare well ahead. That's why now, no slight and anybody else that didn't prepare. Y'all didn't have the knowledge. Okay, I'm aware of that.
Hold up. Have you started it yet? Have you started? Or are you still on, man?
Started what?
Your health hacks yet?
Yeah, that is a health hack. Don't be old and bitter. But no. Don't come on a comedic show expecting some, like, yo, you go get this work on this goddamn show, bro. Like, no. You do that shit at them political meetings and all that shit, but not on a comedic show. You might not went and see now, bro. Like, we comedians on this. Okay, anyway, today's health hack is going to be short and sweet. Chlorophyll from the plants, right? Research chlorophyll, the importance of chlorophyll. What does chlorophyll do for the body? Okay? That's your mission. It's not for me to explain it to you. It's not for me to prove it to you. It's if you want to research it, research it. If you don't want to research it, then damn it, don't research it. We the Signal 27 show. And Leroy say we don't have to give a fuck. And we can say whatever the hell we want to say. But I did give y'all a gem. Because chlorophyll gonna make your dreams vivid. Oh, I said I wasn't gonna give you all that information. Just research it, okay? Peace and abundance to everybody. This has been today's health hacks.
Hack 'em. Can I say something to that, David? Just a reference because my research on chlorophyll. I'm gonna go ahead and just break it down. I understand that the sunlight comes down and the plants create chlorophyll to be able to take that sun energy to be able to create the oxygen, right? And they say chlorophyll is a particular type of molecule that's able to turn sunlight into actual energy for the plants to use. But then they found out another molecule that does exactly what chlorophyll does, but better. And they said it's melanin. So they say our melanin can also produce oxygen, from my understanding. So when we out in the sun and we are grounded, if we are out there, our melanin is able to produce oxygen the same way that plants is able to produce oxygen. So that's the information that I was reading up on.
Hey, I appreciate you doing that research, man. So many of us won't do our own research, and then we bash each other and dog each other out, man. It's like, damn.
It's kind of like church, ain't it?
Yeah, it's like, why even try? It's like, okay, man, damn, they're going to do what the fuck you going to do. And just when you on these prescriptions and doing all these things, like, don't expect me to have no sympathy. Yeah. That's just it.
Yeah, I had to do my research because when I say just like church, it was kind of like when I went to like a Baptist church for the first time, and all they did was hoop and holler, right? And then they fall out in the wigs and everything, and fall all over the place, but you ain't never really get shit. So I was like, fuck this, I want to be able to at least get the word that's right. So I went to a Catholic church and didn't even know shit about Catholicism or none of that shit, and saw these boys walking around with smoking balls and shit. And I'm like, bitch, we about to get high before we go here? And then they was doing communion, and the goddamn the father that was at the front was fucking putting a damn piece of cracker in the person's mouth with his hand and didn't clean his fucking hand, I don't think. And then everybody drinking out the same mug. You know what I mean? You see the big, thick, wet spit coming from mug to mug, bitch. And they talking about the liquor is going to kill the spit from the person next to her. I was like, fuck that shit, nigga. That's backwash. I'm not doing that shit. So I ended up going to a regular church. I had pulled up into this one church that was on Atlantic Boulevard, and I realized there's a bunch of hate in the church because I messed around and pulled in there, and all of the white people that was in there turned around like children of the fucking corn. I messed around and was like, fuck the dumb shit. I was like, listen, Lord, you ain't going to get served this week, and pulled out. I went back home and ate me a ham sandwich.
Hey, Leroy, I want y'all to pray for my brother Larry. He was on Clubhouse with me, and we was in this committee room, and they was, and I joined in later, dogging out this guy in a wheelchair. Now, the jokes was vicious. Robert started first on this guy last week, and my brother came in there and tried to help the guy in the wheelchair, and the guy in the wheelchair turned on my brother, and it was vicious. It was vicious.
So was it vicious towards your brother, or was your brother?
He started picking at my brother. And, you know, my brother ain't have what it take to really, really come back, and he's like, man, I'm trying to help you. And that guy said, no, I'm never doing that bad, sir. I'm not even going to repeat the stuff that he said to my brother.
I would like
I didn't like it.
Oh, you didn't like it. Larry, we apologize, but I'm going to try to encourage your brother to give us some insight about how this crippled dude was fucking ripping horrible, you a new ass. I just give us like a snippet, please, because I want to know.
He said, Larry, what's wrong with you, brother? Why do you look like that? Why do you look dirty? What? Hold on.
Is this how you sound for real?
He said, Larry, I'm never doing that horrible. Well, I need you to help me. I don't care how bad I am, Larry. I was like, damn, man, how you gonna do my brother like that? He trying to help you. He said, Larry, why? Why did you put those glasses on? Why did you wear that shirt? He just, man, he was like, and what chain are you wearing, Larry?
Yo, he was picking on his profile picture?
Man, he was going ham on my brother, man.
Bro, when you only got a half a body, bro, you got a lot to work with afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it was, man. Yeah, bro, that's a lesson, man. You leave people alone by themselves, man. I know you want to be the hero, bro, but people got to,
with dirty shoes.
They got to do this work themselves.
Trying to put his best foot forward. Hey. Yo, Larry, I apologize you got ate up like that. Last time I was in a room with David.
Rolled up on that.
The last time I was in a room with David, he put me in a room with some church people, man. And you know how I don't give a fuck who in there. And I just jumped in there. Yeah, but he walked in there and I was like, man, I don't be, y'all which Jesus y'all worshiping? Black Jesus or white Jesus? I don't fuck with that faggot ass white Jesus.
Oh.
Yo, and they were sitting up there talking about, man, he was talking about, ooh, you can hear the pass in the background. Yo, because I'm on Club, I don't even count. Like, David, the next time you put me on Clubhouse, just be well aware. I need to know. You just can't throw me on Clubhouse and expect me to not say some fuck shit just to get a rise out of people, you know? So
when you ain't rise with Mountain Samusa, you just let him talk all reckless in the chat.
I couldn't follow his chat. But I did go on the fact that he fuck old bitches. I did say that. And the old bitches he fucking might have HIV/AIDS.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not endorsing that
But
part.
no, listen. You can fuck those old bitches with AIDS and HIV because they take an retroviral.
We gonna get some email on this shit.
This is fucking truth. They taking antiviral medications to go ahead and keep them undetectable, so you can keep fucking them old. You can fuck them old dry bitches if you want to. That's not our problem. Continue to do it in the name of the city of Jacksonville. Because you say he go to the meetings, right, and be fucking up the old people. David, do
young people too. The political music, he disrupt the young people. He came to one of our poetry events and just took over the whole damn thing and took the narrative where it wasn't even supposed to go. And we were like, wait a minute, man, that's not what we talking about. So you got to be careful, Mr. Mansa Musa.
Yo,
like he got.
If I ever met Matt, let me find his picture. I don't know if I ever seen him before.
Yeah, you and me, we can interview him in the street.
Yo, hit his picture, man, and it's Manus Musa. He ain't even spell his own fucking name right. Man, your name is Manus Musa.
Manus Musa.
Yeah, my man got a fat thumb. He can't hit his letters correctly.
That might be Patrick.
What constitutes old? Leroy done struck a nerve.
What constitutes old? Shit. Let me see. What constitutes old? Yeah, I don't know. Let me see here.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah, because I would say when the elderly age of what the United States government says you are able to collect Social Security.
Yeah, that's
can't go wrong
safe.
with 65 years old. I think it's 63 at the earliest.
Yeah, it might be 62.
62. I would
You
say
won't get
right
full
around
benefits though.
Yeah, so if you're really old when you're able to collect full benefits,
Yeah.
you
So
pre
you're safe,
old
Jerome.
like preschool, like holiday. The days before you get old is around 62, but you don't collect all of your benefits until you're 65. So 65 years old is probably going to be where I would say your ass is kind of like, huh. So Jarrell, you okay? You and everybody else that's out there that's in the chat that's under
Claudine.
65. So y'all straight. Y'all supposed to still get with a humidifier. Y'all go ahead and let that warm up. You know what I'm saying? Let that juices flow and get started. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it works. You know what I'm saying? Use your little Kegel ball and keep your walls tight. Because if you don't, you got to make sure. And then some of y'all that's out there that's 65 been blowed out, you need to get a vaginal rejuvenation. You can get them lips clipped. You know what I'm saying? And tighten everything back up down there. You can go see Dr. Dr. Padilla at St. Vincent's. He'll go ahead and clip you up real nice and real good. You know, God is good all the time. Y'all some bitches.
Yeah.
Y'all some bitches. Y'all don't want to say all the time. God, y'all ain't
Yeah.
shit.
All the time is good. We didn't know where to come in on that, man. We
I
was
said,
scared.
God, y'all full of shit today. All right, y'all. Is there any, we getting ready to close the show. Before we do, I want to go ahead and plug some things that's going on this upcoming month. But before doing so, go ahead, Dave. What you got going on?
I'm gonna be out there with Jarrell on the 14th of December. Is that day right?
Yeah.
No. It's the 10th. The 10th. And I got tickets on me Saturday. At Jarrell Ugly Sweater event once every second Saturday, I think it is. She does the comedy show, and I got tickets on me for regular tickets and for VIP. If you want a meal, hit me up for the tickets. It's on my timeline.
Hey, Jarrell, you out there? You still in the chat? Are you doing the same meals that you did the last time? Let me know if you and put it in the chat. Let me know if you're doing the same or similar meals as the last time. All right, go ahead.
You might get one of my tickets, Leroy.
I might get the VIP.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
And on the 14th, I'll be at the Comedy Zone with my comedic brother Leroy of the Signal 27 show.
I think Jarrell is on that show too.
And Jarrell may be on that show too. Well, this damn show gonna be a good show.
All right.
So that's what I got going. And you with me before Chip, but that's cool.
All right, go Chip.
I got nothing going. Shit, I'm trying to recover.
All right, Chip got him. He got a new way to walk. All right, y'all. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Of course, on the 10th, we got our sister Jarrell's podcast. Our sister Jarrell show is going to be on the 10th. It's going to be at what's the lodge? It's not the lodge.
Yeah, the Post.
the
It's
lodge.
gonna be
It's
at
at
the
the
Post, right there on the north side of Avenue B and Edgewood,
Behind KFC.
Behind that KFC, where what's that, Silver Star? Where the Silver Star is at? Yeah, over in that
It's
area.
up in that area.
Yeah.
And then you go to the Peekaboo afterwards. It's right down the road.
Okay. Yeah, Manus, go ahead and get a ticket. We'd love to see you there, Manus. You know what I'm saying? Also, yeah, that's
Look at my brother. He learned something. The wheelchair guy taught him that because the wheelchair guy, no matter what we said to that wheelchair guy, he was like, fuck you. Fuck you. It didn't matter what we said to him. And I told my brother he need to learn that. And look how my brother put it in the chat. I'm proud of you, bro.
Yeah, it's big bold letters. Yeah. On the 10th, we got our Sister Jarrell show that's going to be at the Post. 14th, we're going to be at the Comedy Zone. I believe Jarrell is on that show as well, December 14th. December 16th, I'm going to be at the Ritz. Y'all can come out to see One Funny Christmas there. On the 17th, I got an all-white party to do. Tickets are on sale. You can go ahead and get there. It's going to be an all-white party. It's going to be myself as well as Jen Weeks on the 17th. On the 16th, it's a play as well as a comedy show, and the comics that are on that show is going to be myself, Hope Flood, and Terry T. Harris. That's what's going on in the month of December for me. And just remember that you can always, if you want to support the show, go to our webpage. It's thesignal27show.com. We got merch on there. You get yourself a T-shirt or a sweater or something like that to help the show out. It'll help us out a lot. And also, if you want to do something for free, go ahead and share the video. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and share it, comment, like, and do everything else that anybody else would be doing that you would follow. We appreciate it all, and we thank you all for tuning in. Last but not least, I just want to let you all know this is Jacksonville's #1 live comedy podcast. We are Signal. Damn, y'all ain't even on point. Y'all some fuckers. Y'all just off today, ain't it?
Not me.
Yeah.
You
just what?
The last part.
What last part?
Signal 27.
Yeah, I was getting ready to do that. I don't say who are we. I'm not supposed to say that. Thank you for tuning in to Jacksonville's #1 live comedy podcast. We are
Signal 27.
I ain't like that shit not one bit. Not one bit. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll check y'all next week. Bye, bitches.
So,